Hello everyone, it's Dom here from Esports News UK. It's day one of the finals at Confetti X LEC. It's not the LEC, it's the NLC Winter Finals 2025. And we've got a great UK player here, NoName from Verdant, came very close to reaching the LAN finals. I saw you earlier and you're like, oh, a bit gutted, you know, to be here and looking at this. But great that you've come along. You did an interview with Patron as well on the NLC. How's it going, NoName?
I'm doing good. I'm really happy to be at this event. Obviously, NLC have invited me down since I didn't make it with the team. My aim was obviously to make it with Verdant, but yeah, it's nice to just be around everyone with like similar passions and stuff.
Yeah, 100%. And tell us about the season then, because you played with Verdant. I know I interviewed you a year or two ago when you were in the Spanish league, doing well there. I think you won Rookie of the Split or something like that, and now you're. What's it like being in the NLC in the UK Nordics League with these big names, you know, Cajal and Reckless and all of that?
Oh yeah, it's really nice to be playing in the NLC, especially in this like time period, because it's probably the biggest that it's ever been by far with the big names in here. It's been a bit of a rocky split for us. I think we had much more to show than we actually did. I firmly believe that we're minimum top 3 in the league, but we just didn't perform on the day against Bulldogs. But yeah, we never fully came to our full potential. Like even in the seeding phase, we dropped a lot of silly games, and yeah, that is kind of unfortunate in that sense.
So do you think if you'd have made it, then you'd have a good chance against Nord? Because we're doing this interview after game 1. Yeah. Nord have beaten Bulldog 1-0, but I thought Bulldog, there was a few really close team fights, and Bulldog, you know, they come in clutch at times. Did you think you'd have a good chance against Nord?
I think Nord are a very, very solid team. I especially think the bot lane is very, very solid, and I would say their weak link is NoName in the mid lane. I feel like he dies very often, too often probably, and very randomly. We did play them in a best of 3 and we lost 2-1, and I feel like that was a winnable best of 3, but they were definitely better than us on the day, so I do feel like we had a decent chance against them if we came in like prepared well with our drafts, because obviously Fearless brings a whole different perspective to drafting in a best of 5. But yeah, if we came in well prepared, I definitely think we would have had a good shot.
And speaking of that bot lane, I did think it was a bot difference in game 1 anyway. Shout out to Kasing at Bulldog and the Bulldog players, because I like them. But I do think Treats and Xmatty in the bot lane were very good. And Xmatty, of course, is a UK player. You're a UK player. We've got Kasing. There's been a few UK players in there. We've got Cajal. You're someone who you haven't played in the NLC before. Am I right?
I played one split with Ruddy. With the roster with me, Nita, Nash.
That was it.
Yeah, Rifty.
Was that 2022? One of the first ones?
I think it was 2023 spring.
I've got my facts wrong there. I that's eluded me, that one.
Yeah, I might be getting the dates wrong, but I believe it was 2023 spring.
Yeah. So you know, you're here. You're in the NLC again. We're talking about the big players. What was it like working and being on the Ruddy team? Because we mentioned Jake earlier, and he's here. He's turned up late. I think he overslept, is what I heard. But shout out to Jake. What was it like being part of Ruddy? And is it nice to see them now, you know, working with I Will Dominate and Yamato Cannon and all of that stuff?
Yeah, well, I think most people who've interacted with Jake know that he's going to create something pretty big in esports, even though not that long ago he was much, much smaller than he is now. I feel like now he's quite a well-known name within the scene. But yeah, he's obviously a very big character, and my time at Ruddy was pretty fun, for sure.
Yeah. Would you return? Yeah, and speaking on that, you know, the split's over now. I know it might be a difficult question to answer. How do you see the next split going? You know, you committed to Verdant. Could you see yourself, if an offer came from Ruddy or someone else, would you take it?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously I'm a free agent, so I'm open to anything. I think changes between the winter and spring split are kind of few and far between, because there's quite a winter split's not very long, so teams don't really want to make too many changes, especially since the there's not much downtime between the splits, but yeah, I mean, I'm open to anything.
And I guess, what are your sort of longer term goals? I mean, I asked you about this in the past, and I think, you know, the sky's the limit for you. You're still young, aren't you? How old are you?
I'm 21 now.
21. So have your goals changed since I last interviewed you a couple of years ago?
I wouldn't imagine so. No, I can't exactly remember what I did say, but yeah, I'm still aiming just to be the best player that I can be. I still firmly believe that I'm good enough to like compete in the top leagues and the top teams. So just keep working towards that goal.
Yeah. And it's been great chatting to you. NoName, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I really am happy with the fact that my home league is like growing as much as it is, and I don't feel like in the past I had to leave the NLC to have a chance in esports, but now it's actually nice that you can be in the NLC, lots of eyes watching you. So yeah, shout out to everyone who's like raising the tides of the NLC. I
second that. Shout out Leagues Media, Confetti X, everyone, you know, being here working on this, and the teams and everything. And NoName, it's good to see your development, and I wish you well in the coming splits.
Yeah, and you too.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Very much.
Thank you, mate.